now for the very first Professional Volleyball Federation match between the Atlanta Vibe and Columbus Fury. I'm Erica Robbins along with Buckeye great Audrey Flaw, and this is bound to be super exciting because it's the inaugural season of the Professional Volleyball Federation. Audrey, we're about halfway through the season, and these two teams have yet to meet, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of late in the season for these teams to meet for the first time. The Atlanta Vibe, such a dynamic team. They've got experience, and they've got some rookies that are really elevating their game to be the hottest team right now in the Pro Volleyball Federation League.
Yeah, they lead the league right now. They are 9-3. They're on a 5-game winning streak, which is incredible. They have fantastic weapons. The Fury right in the middle of the pack at 4-5, but there's tons of parity in this league. And Wednesday night's match right here at Nationwide Arena, the Fury almost had that fourth set when they lost 30-32 against Grand Rapids. That was wowza.
Yeah, it was a wild set for sure. This Fury team, though, has had a lot of moving parts, and Angel Perez, the head coach, is really looking for a little bit of time to get the group to mesh together. They've added some pieces to it recently, so we're going to see how this team evolves, not only today, but over the course of the whole season.
Yeah, they added some real key pieces. The setter, Tori Stringer, transferred from the Atlanta Vibe, the team they're playing today, to the Columbus Fury. Her first match was that Wednesday night against Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and she seemed to just move into that starting lineup with no issues whatsoever. I was really impressed with her connectivity with the hitters, especially Asia O'Neal on the slide. We all know that that slide takes a while to develop, but on Wednesday night they looked really good.
They did.
I can kind of see how that's going to keep evolving as the season goes on.
Yeah, I watched on YouTube on Wednesday night, and boy, was it incredible, and they were this close. So again, at any time, any team can win it here in the Pro Volleyball Federation, and we want to talk about two key players for the match. First, for the Atlanta Vibe, she's a stud. Number 7, the outside hitter, 6'3" Russian, Anna Lazareva. What a powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, she's so impressive. You're in for a treat. Keep your eye on Lazareva. She's a right side attacker. She's so experienced, and she has, I think everybody has a high IQ in this league, but hers is just a little bit higher than the rest. She plays a chess match out there, often setting things up for later on in the match.
Yeah, she's going to be a tough one for the Fury to stop. And then for the Fury, quite the opposite of a 10-year pro, we have the rookie, number 8, Reagan Cooper from Kansas, the All-American. She's leading the team in kills.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. She's a rookie that's expected to carry a big load for the Fury, and she's often matched up against pro players, a huge block, so there's high expectations for her to really elevate her level of play. So Reagan Cooper, the hot swing for the Fury, she's going to have to be hot tonight.
Yeah, and we talked to both coaches before today's match. Yesterday at practice, we got a hold of Angel Perez, and he said serving and serve receive are going to be big key factors for his team.
Yeah, whoever serves the toughest usually has the upper hand in this game, and so he wasn't too impressed with how aggressive his serving game was in prior matches, so he's spent a lot of time in the gym trying to get the girls to be aggressive and go after targets.
Yeah, but that's one thing they don't have in this league. They don't have a lot of time in between matches to recover, regroup, figure things out.
Yeah, not a lot of time to move that dial.
No, they got to do it quickly. Yeah. And that's why they are the pros. But on the other side, the Atlanta Vibe head coach Todd Dejanay said the Fury is a team he loses sleep over.
Yeah, he seems to think that this Fury lineup has the most talented group of players in the entire league, and he recognizes that they haven't had a lot of time to mesh and get together. So he knows that this team is going to pop off. He just hopes it's not this afternoon when they play the Vibe.
Right, as we said, it could be today because any team at any time, this league is so fun to watch. And for the starters, for the Fury especially, we were wondering who the middle blocker would be because they've been kind of trying to figure that piece out.
Yeah, and we'll get a feel for that once they line up. But Asia O'Neal is definitely going to be in the lineup. She was injured in a few matches prior to Wednesdays. She is certainly healthy. She's swinging big, and she is a huge factor offensively and defensively for this Fury team.
Yeah, and I know people who are just getting tickets to come today because Asia O'Neal is here and playing, so that's a big deal. And for the Vibe, Audrey, the setter position with Tori Stringer moving over to the Fury, head coach Dejanay said he had two very strong setters, and that was good for him because now he has Marley Monserrat, who it holds down the court very well for them.
Yeah, she does a spectacular job of running an offense. She's real settled and just calm under pressure, and yet she's able to pump her team up. Dejanay said that his team is built with winners and givers, and I think she is both of those things of great quality, two great qualities to have in a setter.
Yeah, we are going to have some great volleyball here at Nationwide Arena. We're so glad you're here with us. They are just introducing the starting lineups on the floor, and it looks like we have Jenna Rosenthal starting for the Fury, that's a new one.
Yeah, you know, she's been injured. We saw her just a little bit play earlier on, a couple matches ago. Now she's back there, so it's going to be interesting to see what she brings to the court. Definitely an experienced middle attacker.
I definitely cannot wait. So excited. So we are getting ready for some volleyball, professional volleyball for you here in Columbus, and it looks like the host team, the Columbus Fury, is going to serve first with their standout Sam Drexel back to serve.
For the Fury, number 8, Drexel.
And we are underway here at Nationwide Arena. Drexel's serve is up and over. Tight one for the Vibe setter. And it goes off the Fury player and out of bounds. That'll be the first point for the Vibe. Back to serve for the Vibe. Number 3, Sally Fanning. Asia O'Neal runs into the block, but that ball goes out of bounds, so that's the first point for the Fury, 1-1. And there's that sensitivity we talk about. The starting half is so difficult to get in rhythm when you are new. Tori Stringer, new setter for the Fury, has got a great rhythm early on with her middle attackers. The Vibe attack and run into the Fury block, but they get it back over, and out of that, Cooper goes back to serve for the Fury. It looks like we're going to have some discussion between the two officials,
Or at least the down official and the table. If you've never watched any of these Pro Volleyball Federation matches yet on YouTube, it's very interesting, and I just love it. That Bolt 6 22 camera system that the league spent over $1 million on. There are no line judges here like you might see in college or high school volleyball. It's all done with high-tech technology, and it is amazing. So we will see that in action today. I'm not sure what the officials were discussing, but it looks like we have it worked out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, what the delay is. It could be something technology-wise. You know, they use the iPads, and I'm not seeing any replays, any challenges right now. So we're back in action.
Yep, Reagan Cooper's serve hits the tape but goes over. And the Vibe attacks with their big gun, Ana Lazareva, and she gets it done for the Vibe. Now tied at 2.
Well, what makes her so difficult to defend is that arm is a whip. It comes through so fast. And if Megan Courtney takes her line shot, I guarantee you Ana Lazareva will hit it cross court.
And here come the Fury on the attack. They go off speed. The Vibe handles it. And they go with their little gun. Look at her, member Mene. She's 5'7", but has a jump that is more than 40 inches, Audrey.
It is certainly impressive. Like you said, only 5'7", and she dominates at the net. What a swing.
Stringer goes to Asia O'Neill. The Vibe handle it. They go back set to Lazareva. It goes off the Fury block and out of bounds. Point Vibe.
Right now, Lazareva is matched up with Megan Courtney Lush, two very experienced players. You can see how she goes off the left hand of Lush. We'll see if Megan Courtney Lush adjusts her blocking position so that she seals the line.
And it looks like we had a broken play there by the Fury. Lazareva will continue to serve for the Vibe. Lazareva goes with a floater, and the Fury has trouble handling it. There's that serve receive that head coach Angel Perez said they would have trouble adjusting.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about the best serving team has the upper hand, and right now Lazareva is doing just a great job of picking apart the serve receive pattern for the Fury.
Vibe up 6-2. Fury on the attack with Courtney Lush, and it's long. Point Vibe.
Well, right now, Atlanta Vibe is targeting Reagan Cooper. She has gotten a lot of action in serve receive in all the matches. One of the young ladies that doesn't have as much experience in serve receive, so she's got to be ready to play a lot of balls tonight.
All right, that's the first timeout of the night. Vibe lead it 7-2 in Columbus. We'll take a short break and be right back with the Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube.
This is Real Pro Volleyball. Have you seen the product that's out there? Have you seen the athletes?
I don't even know if there's words we could explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm just so excited and grateful to be able to do this right now.
It's definitely really cool to be able to play professional volleyball. Really cool to be able to be a part of the first year of something. No one takes for granted the opportunity that is here and present for us. Kids and people in general are really excited about pro volleyball. I think it's the first time that it's actually happening and that it's done very well. And your jersey, I hope, is there coach to say with this? Okay, okay. And that it's so accessible to everyone. I wish I had something like that. It's a really cool feeling to know that they have professional volleyball to come watch.
About making an environment where you're happy to do what you're supposed to do.
So that we build a journey and a path for future generations.
Fury. Vibe up 7-2. They attack with Lazareva once again from the right. The Fury handle it, run into the block, and they'll go from their right side with Drexel. And the Fury win the serve back.
Let's take a look at this set. It goes all the way across the court. The long set by Tori Stringer right into the hands of Drexel. Backcourt attack that scores for Samantha Drexel.
Asia O'Neill's first serve of the day. Marley Monserrat on her knees to set member Mene. And here come the Fury from the back row with Reagan Cooper. Back to member Membe. Fury go free ball back to the Vibe. And again, it's Reagan Cooper out of the back row, but she runs right into that middle block of the Vibe.
Yeah, if the back row attack takes a while to establish, then the advantage goes to the block. Let's take a look at the Vibe block right there. They read it perfectly. The setter, Marley Monserrat, came in to take a little bit of space away on that net, so well done defensively by the Vibe.
And Jenna Rosenthal, who we mentioned has been injured, but she goes with an off speed up and over the block to get the point for the Fury, 4-8.
Well, it's nice to see Jenna Rosenthal into the lineup. You can see that she has a little advantage height-wise over 5'7" member Mene, and so she chooses to tip just short, right over top of the block.
Tori Stringer serving for the Fury. She goes right to the libero. Morgan Hentz, and Hentz isn't often broken.
Right. Yeah, Hentz is a spectacular passer for the Vibe. This time, Stringer's serve, aggressive, lots of float, dips right in front of Hentz's arms.
So the first ace for Stringer is 5-8. Fury serving. Again to Hentz. Tough one, but the Vibe handle it, but the attack is out of bounds.
Well, this is aggressive serving by the Fury, by Stringer. She's going hard after Hentz, right between Edmond as well. So this is forcing a one-headed monster. That's Edmond, is the only person that can get that swing, and that time she goes hard but sails it wide.
And Stringer, the low serve. They go with Edmond again. This time she gets the kill for the Vibe.
And right there, you can see how important that serve receive is. Once that ball goes up to the setter, you're in tempo. And take a look at that swing by Edmond on that left pin.
Stringer sets Rosenthal in the middle. Monserrat tried to dump it on the Fury, but they're all over it. And again, Monserrat goes with a two-handed dump that's effective on the second try.
A great heads-up play by the setter, Marley Monserrat for the Vibe. Take a look at this, running clear across the court and then just powers it down, two hands. Impressive by Marley Monserrat.
Sam Drexel attacking for the Fury, and it's a kill.
Drexel, hard cross-court shot. Wow. This is not where she typically likes to swing from. She's caught in that serve-receive pattern where she's in that left area of the court, but wow, hits that hard cross-court shot.
Megan Courtney Lush serving for the Fury. Vibe attack is thwarted by the defense of the Fury at the net.
Well, Fanny, lots of speed on this slide. Take a look at this. Chooses to tip, timing off just a little bit. There you see how the block takes control of the net.
Second serve for Megan Courtney Lush. Big swing on the left side by Leah Edmond that gets it done.
In this league, you have to have that flat, hard shot off the blocker's hands. You're not going to go straight down every time. This is a skill that these women practice over and over. A great shot, a money shot for Edmond.
Vibe serving up 11-8. Fury with the great offensive attack by Reagan Cooper on the left side.
Love the tempo, love the location of Stringer's delivery on the set. And take a look at this cross-court winner for Cooper.
Fury trailing just by 2. Jenna Rosenthal serving. Monserrat goes to the middle. Number 3, Shelly Fanning.
Member Mene with a great pass. Again, under pressure, she just moves her feet back, delivers a great pass, and that sets up an offense that is a multi-headed monster for the Vibe.
Leah Edmond with the serve right down the line. Fury, a tough one to handle. They'll free ball it back over. Monserrat sets member Mene again. Again, the Fury handle it. They go strong on the left. It comes back. And a great job in the middle by Asia O'Neal.
Asia O'Neal likes that tip back to right back, but what I am impressed with Morgan Hentz, even though she didn't get this, look at the ground she's able to cover. She almost got that ball up, and I guarantee you Hentz puts that in her memory bank, and she's going to run that ball down next time.
Vibe on the attack from the right with their superstar, Anna Lazareva. She gets the kill.
Lazareva is just, I mean, I love watching her. So impressive. Swings it cross court into the defense. That is probably the weaker side, that right back area of the court for the Fury.
Shelly Fanning came into the game with 3 aces. The Fury handled it and came strong with Reagan Cooper.
Well, Reagan Cooper has been working on that cross-court shot. Angel Perez, head coach, said, this is a shot that we need to get better at. My goodness, she just hammered that one perfectly.
Cooper serving now for the Fury. Fury down 11-13. Lazareva. Fury handles her. The Fury's attack just nicks that line.
Wow. Defense for the Fury is on fire. Lazareva typically gets easy swings to score, but this time the Fury transitions and attacks so beautifully. That's Megan Courtney on the left pin with that cross-court winner.
And the Fury now just down by 1, 12 serving 13. Reagan Cooper still serving. They're wiping some sweat up off the floor. Cooper, the All-American from Kansas. Monserrat goes to her back row attacker, Leah Edmond. And it was wide, so that ties it up at 13.
Let's take a look at this attack. It happens very quickly, but just missed that shot cross court. Edmond is a true competitor. She will regroup, and I'm sure we're going to see a big swing from her next time.
Yes. And there's a big spring from member Menne, but her attack is also wide. Reagan Cooper will continue to serve, and there's that Bolt 6 camera showing it to you. Just maybe a foot out. Maybe.
We talk about hitting efficiency. You want to get total attack or attack percentage is kills minus errors over total attempts, and right now Atlanta Vibe hitting percentage is down because the number of errors is up.
Yeah, so the Atlanta Vibe takes a timeout because the Fury have now taken the lead at 14-13 in this first set.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
I love setting. Seriously, that's a roof.
In Columbus, Ohio, the Fury hosting the Atlanta Vibe. Atlanta leading the league right now on a 5-game winning streak, but the Fury just took their first lead of the first set, up 14-13. The Vibe go with their strong attacker, Ana Lazareva, but once again, it's an attack error that's wide and long.
Well, let's take a look at this. Is there a touch here? Don't believe that they're, well, of course the Vibe is calling for a touch. I think it is going to be challenged by the Vibe.
And there's the signal from the up official. We are doing a video review, which they do not do here on site.
Yeah, the technology is great. I will never be the same again as a volleyball fan. I mean, I absolutely love it. It happens fairly quickly. It's 100% accurate. And there's really no beef from either coach once the call is made. They know that the technology is spot on and accurate.
Right, and we're jealous. Like, I would love to have Bolt 6 on my tennis matches. And again, when you're watching your kids play in club or in high school, you want a camera that shows you this. Look at that touch.
Yeah, the tiniest touch is detected, so the point goes to the Vibe.
So now we're tied at 14-all here at Nationwide Arena, and Ana Lazareva goes back to serve for the Vibe. She goes to Reagan Cooper. Stringer back set to Asia O'Neal, and it's a kill for Asia O'Neal.
Wow, the speed, the velocity of that swing. Asia O'Neal is showing why she was the #1 draft pick, two-time national champion from Texas. Wow, Fury is lucky to have her.
Yes, and we're glad she's back. Again, she was injured. She was back on Wednesday against Grand Rapids. Probably wasn't 100%, but I think she's settling in. And again, the team is ever changing and adjusting now that she's back. O'Neal is the setter on this one for Megan Courtney Lush. Out of the back row, Leah Edmond is handled by the Fury, and they'll go out of the back row with Reagan Cooper. Monserrat goes to Member Menne. And again, it's Cooper on the attack. Member Menne again, tight at the net. She'll go left-handed. Stringer goes to the left side to Megan Courtney Lush, who runs into the block, but it goes out of bounds. Point Fury.
Well, I love about these professional players is they know what hitters can do based on the set. Member Menne had a tight set. They played defensively, with that being her only shot, transitioned, and then you see Megan Courtney Lush's experience going after those hands.
Monserrat goes to Lazareva. She tries to go off speed. Fury, it is mishandled, but they get it back over with a free ball. And here come the Vibe with Member Menne. She's blocked. She'll go again. She ran into a player and had to like keep her feet and try to hit again, and ran into the block, which was unfortunate for the Vibe.
Yeah, there you see the tangle up there, but Stringer lining up beautifully, again, recognizing what the set was allowing Member Menne to swing at, and Stringer sealing the net, and then a little bit of attitude afterwards after she got that stuff blocked.
And there's our first service error of the match on Asia O'Neal. Vibe down, serving 15-17 now. Member Menne with the serve. Rosenthal on the right side. She runs into the Vibe block of Leah Edmond.
Yeah, when you are running that slide, it has to be quick. You've got to get up there and swing before that block is able to settle in. But boy, when you're up against Leah Edmond, one of the best left side, not only hitters, but blockers in the league.
Stringer went with a quick set on the quick set over the net for that second hit. Fury back on the attack. They're blocked the first time. They'll go to the right side with Sam Drexel, who gets the kill.
Drexel has been a great outlet in the backcourt for the Fury. Wow, she's taking aggressive swings, and Angel Perez needed productivity from that right side player. He's got it today in Drexel.
Tori Stringer back to serve for the Fury. Fury lead it now 18-16. Monserrat goes to Lazareva, and Stringer can't handle it.
Lazareva just so long and has that high point of contact, is just ripping the ball cross court. Take a look at how accurate that set has got to be as she's flying from the backcourt. Marley Monserrat and her have got a great connection, great rhythm right now for the Vibe.
In to serve for the Vibe, number 17, Allie Linehan. She has been injured, and she was this inaugural league's first player of the week. So it's good to see her back for the Vibe. And there is Sam Drexel from the other side this time with the kill.
Well, I love Drexel because she just goes hard after the ball. She sees ball, kills ball. Take a look at how she goes right in the seam of that block. As a middle blocker, right side blocker, you want to make sure your hands are almost connected there so that that ball cannot go in between you. There's really no defense to play that ball.
Right, tough one. And a tough one at the net. Fury now attacking, again, tight for Reagan Cooper. Here come the Vibe with Lazareva. Fury handle it. Stringer goes to Reagan Cooper, but it's long.
Valeria Leon, the libero for the Columbus Fury, taking a huge swing from the Vibe, able to control it, but that transition swing by Reagan Cooper, just a little long. Point goes to the Atlanta Vibe.
And we promised an exciting match. We are 18 serving 19 in the first set. Vibe serving. Leon with a nice pass. Cooper's attack is handled by the Vibe. Lazareva goes off speed this time.
Yeah, she has every shot in the books. Tons of ways to score. You saw cross court, line. Now she takes this tip and she can see where the defense is. And Valeria Leon, great speed, just not fast enough to play that ball.
Yeah, and head coach Tom Dejanay told us before the match she is thinking like 3 moves ahead on where she wants the players to be, and that's why she's hitting certain ways. Vibe attacking with Leah Edmond. Now it's the Fury's turn. Vibe handles their attack again with Edmond. This one is long. Fury says no touch. We're now with a 1-point difference.
Yes. Having Megan Courtney Lush in the backcourt, it's like having 2 liberos back there. You saw a great defensive get. She extended to play a ball. She's a longer type of athlete, 6'1", but her ability to play defense in the backcourt is exactly like a libero. She's got length, she takes up space, and she's super fast. Disciplined defensive player for the Fury.
Right, and the Fury's match that was so exciting on Wednesday here at Nationwide Arena, it was Megan Courtney Lush that literally took the team on her back in that 4th set, and they almost had it. There's a look at the replay for us. And it's ruled a no touch on the block, so the Fury keeps the point, and the Vibe lose their challenge. And it looks like we'll have a major substitution for the Columbus Fury, because this is the gal that gets it done from the service line. Number 15, Ivania Ortiz. Her serve is so hard to handle. And now we'll see a timeout from the Atlanta Vibe because they saw the substitution. They want to talk about what's happening with this outstanding server, Ortiz, that, again, comes in to specialize, and she usually strings together a few points. And the Fury only need 5 to win this first set.
Yeah, and she has that jump top spin that comes at you really fast. If you are the Atlanta Vibe, it's just like a dig. You just want to make sure you're getting behind the ball, leveling out your platform, and just make sure that you're treating it almost like an attack in the front row, because that ball has so much spin on it.
And so we will see, again, the Fury just up by 1, 2019 in the first set here in Columbus. Let's talk about some big news that happened yesterday, Audrey. It was a press release that came out. We talked about Stringer came over to the Fury from the Vibe just on Wednesday, but just Saturday, yesterday of the same week, the Fury added more experience and star power to their team.
Yeah, Michelle Barch-Hackley, USA national team gold medalist, played at Illinois Final Four. Tons of professional experience. She is dressed and ready to go should Angel Perez want to insert her in. And the other big get was Nicoleta Perovic from Monterrey. She is a 6'4" right side, has a ton of professional experience, and is one of the top right side attackers in the professional European League. So, boy, 2 big swings. This is a huge, huge add to the Fury team.
I can't wait to see her in Columbus because she's a 16-year pro, but she started her pro career at the age of 14. So here we are back to action in Columbus, Ohio, and all that talk and the timeout really hurt number 15, Ivania Ortiz. She gets the service error, and now it's tied in the first set.
Yeah, we call that the coach's point. A perfect time to call the timeout, ice the server.
Leah Edmond goes with a floater. Fury attack with Drexel. Vibe handles it. Stringer goes to Reagan Cooper. She finds that left sideline.
You know, Reagan Cooper, we see her evolving and developing in front of our eyes. She took a little bit of heat off of it, delays the swing, gets a nice high contact, hand-to-ball contact, perfect, and placed it right down the line.
Stringer will go back set to Asia O'Neal. The Vibe was scrambling, but they can't recover.
Asia O'Neal transitions, doesn't feel like she needs to go all the way back to the middle. She blocked, drops off, hits that slide attack and really could not be handled by the Vibe backcourt. But look at Hentz there, aggressively going after the ball. One of my favorite liberos in the league right there, Morgan Hentz for the Vibe.
And in for the first time of the match for the Vibe, number 22, Yossi Presley, the standout 5-time All-American from the Baylor Bears. And that one from Lazareva was wide, so it's Point Fury, 23-20.
Notice how she went for that hard line shot. Prior to that, it was the tip. So she was trying to get Valeria Leon up into the court and then rip the line. She just missed that, but that's what we talked about, how she sets up plays to make another play work later on in the match.
And Vibe can't set up anything on that serve return. They had to go free ball. Here come the Fury on the attack with Reagan Cooper. She goes right at Yossi Presley, who just came into the match. Now the Vibe are attacking. They go with their middle, number 3, Shelly Fanning.
When Fanning is one-on-one, she will deliver a good kill. There you see how she is on the one side of the middle blocker there toward the left side and is able to hit that right back attack.
Fanning serving now for the Vibe. Vibe down, 21-23, Asia O'Neal. It is touched by the blocker, so we are now at set point. (24-21), Reagan Cooper serving for the Fury. We haven't got attendance numbers, but this is our first weekend match in Columbus. That was a server's error for Cooper. It was a little long, and there's your Bolt 6 camera, just inches. Keeps the Vibe alive.
Perhaps a missed opportunity for the Fury. This Atlanta Vibe has been in tight situations before. We will see how they respond being down 2.
Lazareva to serve for the Vibe. Leon passes it up. They go Asia O'Neal. Megan Courtney Lush with the joust at the net. And it goes off the Vibe and out of bounds. So the Fury take the first set, 25-22 in Columbus.
I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like the inner choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher. Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
I love setting. Seriously, that's a roof.
Fans are so excited. She decided to join Atlanta Vibe.
10th year as a pro, signed in July, activated February 14th.
She had 25 kills in her opening match, coming out with the bang.
Back set and across court, side out on Lazareva. First touch, making an impact in her home debut. Double change of speed, right over the double block, Lazareva. I think Ana Lazareva's making some fans fast in her home debut.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress, laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helped get that nice Vegas. Looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Sauer, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
I lost a nail. That's why I'm dumb, because I say all the wrong things.
You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous.
Welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. I'm Erica Robbins along with Buckeye great Audrey Flaw, and we promised an exciting match. The Vibe first in the league right now, but the Columbus Fury, who is currently 4th and equally as talented, took the first set 25-22. And Audrey, we talked in the open, the head coach for the Vibe, Todd Dejanay, said the Fury is the team that he loses sleep on, and he has not slept well all week coming to Columbus knowing this was going to be like this today.
Yeah, he said that in his opinion, the Fury had the best collection of talent in the league. He thinks their middles, he's got the utmost respect for them, and the Fury's middles will keep Atlanta's middles honest. And what he means is you can't just assume that Stringer is not going to push the ball to the middle. So it forces the Vibe middle to be honest and respect them. And then he had so many compliments about Megan Courtney Lush and Valeria Leon, essentially 2 liberos out on the floor on the same time.
All right, the second set is underway. The Fury, a little miss hit over there that goes wide left. Lekator Menne with her second serve of the set. Stringer.
I really love it when a setter goes back to the middle after the middle and the setter has a misconnection there. So Stringer really having confidence in Rosenthal, going back to her, making sure that that connection is solid in the early part of the second set.
Yeah, like let's try again. And now we're at 1-1. Remember Menne out of the back row. And that'll get it done for the Vibe. 2-1 now.
So important for defensive players to watch the hand of the hitter. As soon as the elbow drops, you have to be busting in, and you can see Reagan Cooper got caught on her heels moving back instead of forward to play the ball.
Stringer goes to Drexel. She goes hard. Vibe handle it. They'll go with their hard hitter, Leah Edmond. And the big middle for the Fury, Asia O'Neal with the point.
Well, we just talked about Todd Dejanay, head coach for the Vibe, about how talented the middles are. Here you see the #1 draft pick in the league, Asia O'Neal, slamming it down.
Drexel serving for the Fury. We're tied at 2s. Stringer to Cooper with a kill.
Cooper, yeah, playing with a lot of rhythm right now, hitting that line shot over top of 21, the setter for the Vibe, Marley Monserrat.
Yeah, we said Cooper leads the team in kills. She already has 5 for the day. Vibe going to Edmond, off the block. Here come the Fury with Asia O'Neal on the slide. And the Vibe blockers handle it.
Well, the Fury had a good touch off of the big shoulder swing there of Leah Edmond, but it was the tempo. The set was hung a little too high for Asia O'Neal. I am sure Tori Dilfer-Stringer is going to lower that set, speed up the tempo to maximize O'Neal's speed and her swing on that slide attack.
We're now tied at 3 in the second set. Setter Marley Monserrat to serve for the Vibe. Stringer goes to Cooper. She goes hard right down the line. Point Fury.
And we have to talk about the pass by Megan Courtney Lush. She's taking up a lot of space. Look at where Stringer is setting that ball from, and it is in tempo to the go-to on that left pin. Reagan Cooper, been a star so far in the first 2 sets.
She's serving now for the Fury. Vibe go to their middle, Fanning. She goes hard, and Drexel can't handle it.
You know, Fanning does a really good job of going hard over her left shoulder, and that's intentional. She wants to force Drexel to play the ball. Drexel's been doing an outstanding job playing defense, but that time a little out of her range to be able to control that attack.
We're now tied at 4s in the second set. Leah Edmond serving for the Vibe. She goes floater. Back set to Asia O'Neal, runs into the block, and it goes out of bounds. Point Fury.
Asia O'Neal takes that short serve, calls Valeria Leon off. Not only does she pass the ball, but then she runs that slide attack. And again, we talk about it all the time. That slide attack is not only effective because O'Neal can swing to score, but it opens things up for the outside hitter because the blocker will lean toward Asia O'Neal's attack.
And Asia O'Neal's serve is long that time. That'll tie it up at 5s. Again, I can't say the word exciting enough. I'm stuck on it because we promised it in the beginning. We knew it would be. The Fury took the first set, but now in the second set, we're tied at 5-all. Stringer tries to find a hole. Vibe on the attack from the middle. Fury handle it. Megan Courtney Lush, handled by the Vibe. Stringer to Reagan Cooper in the back row. Big pop-up for the Vibe. Bump set. And the Vibe just have to free ball it over. Here come the Fury again with Reagan Cooper. Monserrat goes to Member Mene. And now it's the Fury free balling. This is a nice long rally you're seeing in professional volleyball. Again, the big pro attacker, the Russian on the right side. Lazareva runs right into the Fury block.
16, Jenna Rosenthal. Look at her just rushing over there as fast as she can. Didn't have her feet all the way there, but reached over with her hands and reached over the net. Well done by Jenna Rosenthal for the Fury.
Fury now with the lead. Stringer serving. Monserrat goes to Edmond. It's off the block. Valeria Leon, great dig. And here come the Vibe again. That one is way long for Lecator Member Mene.
Give the point to Valeria Leon, the libero for the Columbus Fury. She had a missile coming at her, and she controls that ball. I love liberos. They are tough, they are courageous, and they never give up on the ball, and they take the heat over and over and over again. Valeria Leon,
she
big
really
point.
did it. Yep, she did. And again, Lazareva, this time, like you mentioned earlier, Audrey, the setter, Monserrat went back to Lazareva and said, hey, you didn't get it last time, try again.
Yeah, that is definitely the go-to hitter, the top player for the Vibe right now. And she's missed a few, but you can always rely on Lazareva to get the job done. That is their star. The Atlanta Vibe rely on her so much.
Lazareva has 6 kills so far on the day. The Fury run into the Vibe block. We're now tied at 7s. Lazareva back to serve for the Vibe. Audrey, is this a good rotation since we have Lazareva back there?
Well, Lazareva is a threat anytime
she
is out there.
Doesn't matter.
And if she's back court, she really does attack the ball as if she's front court because she has the ability to soar through the air. And I love the way Monserrat is able to put the ball on a dime. There you see the attack. Fury calls it out clearly.
Yeah.
Just kiss that line.
And Lazareva just, when she is in the back row like that as an attacker, she just has to take off from behind the 10-foot line. Fury runs into the block, but the ball goes out of bounds off that block. We're now tied at 8s.
Yeah. Playing just at such a high level right now. It is just interesting to see how they are tactically trying to set things up here. A cross-court shot by Lecator Member Mene. Wow, what a shot. Again, let's remind the audience, 5'7" with a 40-inch vertical jump.
Right, and we are sitting on the left side of the Atlanta Vibes court. You can't see us, but she's right in front of us, and her leap is just, she's above my head, and I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
Fury tie it up again, middle. Jenna Rosenthal will go back to serve.
Yeah, if you are a Fury fan, you've got to be happy because Reagan Cooper seems to be back in rhythm. She was struggling offensively the last couple matches. She wasn't getting the numbers that the Fury needed her to get. Today, she seems like she is on.
And I'm sure having Tori Stringer here, she just got here Wednesday's match was the first match she played. So the setter-hitter connection, it gets better.
Yeah, it absolutely does. The more you play, the more in rhythm you get. And the outside hitter adjusts when the setter is off the net. What type of rhythm can the setter set? Right now, though, Reagan Cooper really doing a good job of carrying a big load offensively for her team.
Stringer to Cooper, blocked. Fury will try again with Cooper. And she goes right at Leah Edmonds' face.
That's the shot she's been working on, that cross-court shot. Angel Perez said we need her to be able to swing hard cross-court. He has got to be pleased, and I think when a player is working on a certain shot and you execute it and score, it just builds your confidence. Like, I'm feeling it today.
Yeah. Vibe attacking with Edmond. She goes off speed over the block, but Stringer's there. And that one's a little long for Reagan Cooper.
But you see how she was trying to hit a different shot. So again, it's all this, the game within the game here, a little bit of setting things up, not being predictable on your attack, because these are pro players. If you are only able to hit one shot, the other team's going to be able to read you and, you know, lights out for you. So I really give credit to Reagan Cooper trying to mix up her shots here.
Yeah, we like what we're seeing here in Columbus. Again, the Vibe took the first set. Correction, the Fury took the first set. The Vibe is leading here in the second set, 11-10. Here comes Cooper again. Edmond going hard. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tori Stringer running into the TV table over here. She's saying she's okay, but she's limping a bit.
Yeah, it's going to take her a minute. That was a really gutsy, aggressive play. I think that makes a statement to your team. When your setter is going to go hard, every ball is a point. Every point is important. And you see Stringer's leadership there. Just needs a little bit of time to shake that one off. And there she is, a true champion, a true competitor. I'm sure her father, Trent Dilfer, 14-year NFL Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl champ, would know a thing or two about competing hard. I'm sure she gets that competitive spirit from her dad.
She's got some definite grit, that's for sure, in those genes. Marlene Monserrat still serving for the Vibe. They're up 12-10. Reagan Cooper again for the Fury. Leah Edmonds slipped on that attack. Asia O'Neal runs into the block, but the Fury keep a hand on it, and wow, do they come big.
Some plays sometimes are just ugly, and you just have to compete. Just don't let that ball hit the ground, and that's exactly what the Columbus Fury did. They were just keeping the ball alive, and then Reagan Cooper, boy, she's having quite the night.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun out there as she executes big-time kills for her team.
Yeah, Cooper with that big finish on the 11th point for the Fury. They're down just by one in this second set, and they were down a good portion of the first set, Audrey, that they ended up winning. Reagan Cooper serving now for the Fury. Anna Lazareva this time from the left side with the kill.
Well, it's always an advantage when you have somebody that can just clean up plays, if you will. Lazareva able to take a high 5-5 set in this league as a pro. You got to be able to get kills out of system sets, and Lazareva does it beautifully.
And there's a kill by the Fury again, keeping him in it, just down by one. 12 serving 13 now. Asia O'Neal back to serve.
Tori Dilfer, Stringer, perfect time to attack. Out of the setter's pocket, a little bit of space along the net. She knows, she can see where the blockers are. She takes advantage and slams it down for her team for a point.
And that kill for the Fury was the 8th kill in just this set. Quite the offense for the Fury. Again, they came to play today, Audrey. Totally.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's their job. They are professional athletes. They come to play every day, but they may be a little more excited or tuned up today. Again, as we mentioned, the first weekend match that the Fury has had since they started their season. It's family day. There's a nice large crowd.
Yeah, they love
feel it.
Yeah, they love playing at home, and what I'm seeing is Lazareva misses that shot and a little bit of frustration. We're just starting to see how she's going to handle maybe hitting a few errors here. Will she bounce back, or will she continue to have errors based on frustration?
One-handed set for the Vibe, but the attacker runs right into the block of the new middle that came in, number 23, Caitlin Horde. Again, she was big Wednesday night against Grand Rapids in that loss for the Fury.
Her specialty is blocking, and you see right there, she's not only a high block, but gets over the net. Very aggressive.
And there's an ace for Asia O'Neal. Fury now have the advantage in this second set, 15-13 over the Atlanta Vibe. We're glad you're here with us from Nationwide Arena watching Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. We're going to take a short break. Make sure you come back.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress, laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helps get that one. Vegas looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Sauer, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at realprovb.com and provolleyballshop.com.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. I'm Erica Robbins along with Audrey Flaw, and we have been saying the word exciting. I hate to drone on and on, but gosh, if you're watching, you are on the edge of your couch if you're watching from home, because the Fury took the first set 25-22. They just scored the last 3 points to now move into the lead at 15-13. And your star player, Asia O'Neal, still serving.
Yeah. And I guess when you say exciting, what we can appreciate is the high level of play. These are extended rallies, great defensive gets, just thunderous hits on both sides of the net, and there's really no give to any team right now. It's back and forth action.
Yes. And if you're just seeing the action for the first time, these pro volleyball players are amazing. And right there is the perfect example of the kill from Lecator member Mene. She has the pro athlete mentality, is what the Vibe staff told us. She just came into Atlanta very serious, very committed, of course, about volleyball.
Yeah, member Mene is a pure athlete, a gift from the athletic gods. With that 40-inch vertical we talked about, but boy, just a competitor, very serious out on the floor. She is a star for the Vibe.
The Fury got that point and got the serve back. Tori Stringer serving 16-14. Here come the Vibe on the attack. And it's an attack error that is long for number 15, Magda Yelahasheva. Fury up now 17-14 in the second set. Again, member Mene. Leon diving. Broken play for the Vibe. Megan Courtney Lush for the Fury. Vibe handle it. That time, member Mene goes nice and strong, and it goes hard enough to fly out of bounds on Atlanta's side. Point Vibe.
Yeah, she is so hard to block because, again, shorter, 5'7", jumps real well, so she's almost extended in the air for a little bit longer than most, and so it's really hard to control the block. You've got to delay just a little bit on her.
They'll go back to member Mene. She tries to go off speed, but the block handles it for the Fury. Megan Courtney Lush on the right side. She ran into the block, and it goes out of bounds. Point Fury.
Megan Courtney Lush, she never ceases to impress me. She's so aggressive, and again, 6'1", but not a huge, strong shoulders, but what a whip of an arm she has. Ooh.
And there's the whip of Ana Lazareva on the right side for the Vibe, keeping the Vibe within 2.
Lazareva, again, an outlet no matter where she is on the floor. One of Monserrat's favorite go-tos, and she has delivered consistently here tonight.
Speaking of delivery, what a serve by Lekator member Mene, the Vibe. They get there and free ball it back over. Oh, broken play by the Fury. Here come the Vibe. And it's off the Fury block and out of bounds.
Yeah, and you can see in that play both teams giving easy balls to their opponent and then ultimately being able to control a free ball, being in system and in rhythm. That's the name of the game. And you can hear a few people behind me going, oh, come on, Fury.
Yeah, armchair coaching. But yes, you cannot play like these women. Oh. Valeria Leon was diving, she just couldn't get it, and now we're tied at 18 in the second set.
Well, Monserrat, just a great job of knowing where the defense is and pushing that ball deep. An easy point there for Marley Monserrat.
Member Mene still serving for the Vibe. She tries to go hard again, but this time runs right into the net. Service error.
Yeah, her serve is high risk, you know, high reward. And that time we saw how she got the team, the Fury, out of system in her previous serve. That time right in the middle of the net.
Yeah, she went strong. First time serving for the match, number 23, Caitlin Horde for the Fury. Here come the Vibe. Went off the blocker, and the Fury just couldn't scramble enough to get there.
Well, the Columbus Fury, their game plan is to just get some positive touches off Lazareva's swing, and that was a positive touch. Touch was high, off the blocker's hand. Somebody has to be able to play that ball down, because you're not going to get easy attempts at transitioning with when Ana Lazareva is swinging. When you can get the touches off that block, you've got to be able to transition and score on your side of the net.
And back into the match for the Vibe, number 17, Allie Linehan again. She is another weapon that the Vibe have. She's been injured, so this is her first time back. She was the first player of the week in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Another player of the week, Leah Edmond, with that strong attack. But the Fury answers with another player of the week on that left side, Reagan Cooper.
Yeah, Tori Stringer, though, down the line with a huge dig for the Fury. Extends the rally so that Cooper can do what her job is, and that's to score from the pin. But Tori Dilfer Stringer denying the kill from the Vibe with a great defensive play down that line.
Sam Drexel serving for the Fury down the line. Leah Edmond, tight for her. It looks like they'll call Edmond number 13 with the net violation. Point Fury.
Again, what can the hitter do based on the set that they got? Leah Edmond did everything she could. That ball was set tight to the net. Advantage goes to the Fury block.
Sam Drexel still serving. Fury up 21-19. It hits the tape but goes over. Fanning blocked by the Fury. Fury attacking. Reagan Cooper tried to surprise them with something off speed. But Leah Edmond all speed on that one with the kill.
Edmond gets a ball that's just bump set high to her and goes over her shoulder. She's looking cross court, goes over her left shoulder, and that's a tough shot to defend there. Down the line, just kissing that end line.
5 down just by 1. Marley Monserrat with the serve. Tight for Stringer. Asia O'Neal gets it over in a free ball. Here come the Vibe. Again, nice and strong from Leah Edmond on the left with a kill.
Good touch to slow the ball down. Just right back player here for the Fury was not able to push off and play that ball that was out of her body on the right side. So positive touch for the Fury. not able to convert into a point.
And now we're tied at 21. A set is to 25. Stringer goes to Cooper. Hentz really throwing her whole body to keep that one alive. Here come the Fury, and it's bad timing.
Yeah, an unfortunate error for the Fury, but this is what we talk about, the connectivity, little play that should have been a point or at least a strong attack for the Fury ends up being an easy point for the Vibe. So timeout on Angel Perez for the Columbus Fury.
Coach Angel Perez will take that time out to talk about it again. It's a tight one here in the second set with the Atlanta Vibe up 22-21 over the Columbus Fury. We'll take a short break and be right back with more professional volleyball here on YouTube.
This is real pro volleyball. Have you seen the product that's out there? Have you seen the athletes?
I don't even know if there's words we could explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm just so excited and grateful to be able to do this right now.
It's definitely really cool to be able to play professional volleyball. Really cool to be able to be a part of the first year of something. No one takes for granted the opportunity that is here and present for us. Kids and people in general are really excited about pro volleyball.
I think it's the first time that it's actually happening and that it's done very well. And your jersey, I hope, is there coach to say with this? Okay, good. And that it's so accessible to everyone. I wish I had something like that. It's a really cool feeling to know that they have professional volleyball to come watch.
About making an environment where you're happy to do what you're supposed to do.
So that we build a journey and a path for future generations.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. We are in Columbus, Ohio today at Nationwide Arena, the home of the Columbus Fury, who is just down by 1 against the league-leading Atlanta Vibe. They are serving 22-21. Stringer goes to Reagan Cooper. She goes right down the line and gets the kill.
Wow. And Cooper has one of the best blockers in front of her, not swinging like a rookie. Reagan Cooper going hard down that line. Lazareva is who is in front of her blocking. Wow, that was an impressive swing by Cooper. Critical time in the set.
And now we're tied at 22, and serving specialist for the Fury, number 15, Ivania Ortiz is in to hopefully finish this second set for the Fury. Again, her serve is strong and spinny. Leah Edmond runs right into that big block of the Fury, Asia O'Neal.
Well, there's good, and then there's Asia O'Neal. I'm telling you what, look at her movement, look at her reach, and it's how far over the net she gets that is impressing me right now. A critical point, big-time block by Asia O'Neal.
Those were a couple big-time moves right there, and the head coach for the Atlanta Vibe, Todd Dejanay, taking a second timeout to keep his team alive in this second set. Fury just moved ahead 23-22. This is super intense, Audrey.
Yeah. Again, what you're seeing is the difference between collegiate ball that we've seen a lot, and here you see all the best of the best, that 1%, that top player, plus professional experienced players here out on the floor. So the quality of swing is better, the defensive gets are better, the gamemanship is better. They're just really doing a good job of keeping neck and neck with their opponent. Nobody seems to be bending at all, but these girls, they have that competitive composure. I see Atlanta being in this situation before. I've seen them in this situation before, and they handle it beautifully. It all comes down to serve and pass. Can the Fury send over an aggressive serve so that the Vibe, again, we talk about them having a multi-headed monster in their offense. So can the Fury kind of shave that away and maybe have one offensive player to worry about? If you're the Vibe, you want to be the person to pass this ball. You want to have confidence. Right now, we should note that the Vibe is stacked on that left side. All three hitters, 3, 13, and 7, are all on that left side of the court.
Okay, here goes the attack by server number 15, Ivania Ortiz. A tough one for the Vibe to handle. It looks like we have a net violation called on the setter for the Vibe, number 21, Marley Monserrat. She's going to dispute it. I don't know if it was a net violation or she crossed the plane.
Yeah, so she's saying she was trying to set the ball and that the block impeded her ability to set the ball, but the ref said that ball had crossed the plane of the net. So it's a legal block by the Columbus Fury.
And that makes it set point, 24-22 Fury. Ortiz nice and strong, trying to finish the second set for the Fury. But the Vibe still alive with that swing from the middle, and number 3, Shelly Fanning.
What a great job from Member Mene to take control of that serve receive there, and then a big aggressive swing by Fanning. That was huge for the Vibe.
Again, Angel Perez told us yesterday at the team practice that serve receive super important against this Atlanta Vibe team. Asia O'Neal, nice and strong, is blocked. The Fury try to keep it alive, but now we're tied at, correction, we're now at 24-23. The Vibe still serving.
Well, this is a great block. Take a look at the aggressive play by Shelly Fanning, number 3 for the Vibe. Just disciplined and follows the set by Stringer. Great lateral speed to close that block.
And now it's the Fury who take the timeout because they had the advantage. The scoreboard just moved. We are tied at 24. You have to win by 2. We'll take a short break in this second set, but come back to see how it ends.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like the inner choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
It's a St. Patrick's Day edition.
We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day for tonight. It is volleyball night.
Chassé gets a chance, and she doesn't miss.
Namadur gets it. Morgan, a hand footed job. She's done keeping the court clean. And a big block. Oh no! Point Atlanta. That block landed just out of bounds.
Bell and the Vegas Thrill come back to life.
Back to the action in the second set. It's all tied up at 24. Fury fighting, keeping that one alive. And here come the Vibe on the attack with Fanning. She finds that back line. It's now Vibe's turn for set point. This is the second time we've had a team in control with the serve to try to win the set.
Fanning hasn't gotten a ton of sets, but when she has gotten them, she delivers, and that was a great set in between the 2 blockers for the Columbus Fury.
Leah Edmond with the floater that hits the tape, but Reagan Cooper gets there. Megan Courtney Lush runs into the Vibe block, but it falls right on the Vibe side of the floor. We're now tied again at 25.
There was a look in Courtney Lush's eyes. She wanted the ball, and then she just went for it. You gotta love how competitive she is. There you see the leader of the Fury, captain for the Fury, Megan Courtney Lush.
Asia O'Neal serving for the Fury. Here come the Vibe. Again, it's Reagan Cooper with that first pass, and Lush to finish it. It looks like the call is out of bounds by the Bolt 6 system. There you see it, just about a foot out of bounds.
I think Angel Perez is going to challenge this one and say that there was a touch on the block.
Okay.
So we will see. And he's even calling the number. I think he said number 7.
He's that confident about it. Again, the scoreboard says 25-25. That point went to the Atlanta Vibe based on the Bolt 6 system showing the call was out. But the question is there a touch? And if there is, the point will move to the Fury side of the scoreboard. As we talked about, they're reviewing this play not here in Columbus. This goes to the league in Texas where they are reviewing the play. There's a look. does it hit the Atlanta Vibe players' hands? To me, it looks like it goes right through that block, Audrey.
Yeah, I would agree. And it says right there, no block touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the point will be awarded to the Vibe. It's 26-25 now. Vibe serving for set point and into serve for the Vibe. The first time we've seen her all day. Number 8, Kamaile Hiapo. She's a libero. All Pac-10, 12, 2 times at Arizona. Stringer goes to Horde in the middle, who gets the kill and keeps the Fury alive.
I miss being a setter. I love how Stringer does the unexpected set here. She's off the net, and she sets Caitlin Horde. Again, a somewhat unexpected set to deliver. Horde has entered the match, but it has not been getting a ton of sets, so I love how Stringer forces middle, and it pays off.
And Stringer's back to serve now. We're all tied up, 26-26 in the second set. Fury took the first set. Lazareva, who we hadn't heard from in a while, and now she runs into that Fury block.
All set up by the aggressive serve by the Fury. Out of system, block moves over. Advantage goes to the Fury.
And it looks like we have another timeout by the Atlanta Vibe. Again, coaches move the strategy to see if they can ice the server on this set point.
Yeah, you've got to have competitive composure at this point of the set. You've got to be aggressive, but eliminate those unforced errors. It's the team that has the confidence to swing big. Typically, it comes on the shoulder of a pin attacker. But again, if you are in that serve-receive pattern, you got to want that ball to come to you. You have to have that confidence that, hey, I know they're going to go after an aggressive serve, and I'm good enough to handle it and keep my team in system. For the Fury, if they're able to get the Vibe out of system, they know exactly where the ball's going to go. That goes to their advantage, as a high out-of-system set allows them to set up their defense. And right now, the Fury's backcourt and frontcourt defense are working really well together as a unit.
They are. I've watched all the Fury matches this season, and again, the pieces are moving around. We've had some shifts. We just got Tori Springer on Wednesday on the court. We got a couple of key pieces just yesterday. One is in uniform, Michelle Barge-Hackley, an Ohio State assistant coach, but you see her over there with the high bun on her head. She's in uniform, which is great. And the Fury's up. They have the serve for set point. They had it before earlier in the second set, and then the Vibe had a chance to win. They had set point. Stringer serving. Tight serve, one-handed set, and a little off-speed something gets it done.
Yeah, but it was Marley Monserrat able to handle a really difficult pass here. Look at how she gets that ball, has the palm of her hand facing back to the middle, and is able to save that ball. That is a key save by Monserrat.
Yeah, Magda Yalahasova will be attributed the kill on that one. And that attack attempt by the Fury right into the middle of the block.
Yeah, right in the belly of the block, the teeth of the block, call it what you want, but that was low and inside, and you've got to be able to take that ball and rip it high off the blocker's hands.
And here we are again with the Vibe, their second attempt at set point. Out of the back row came flying Leah Edmond. She went nice and strong, and she finishes that second set for the Vibe.
Leah Edmond, what a stud, clutch play here. Out of system, bump set there by Morgan Hentz. And it was a great defensive effort by the Fury, but this is what makes the Pro Volleyball Federation so exciting to watch. There is absolutely no predicting who's going to win these sets. They compete hard, they fight, and they're in it to the very end.
No, and now here we are, all tied up, one set apiece. So stick with us to see how this riveting volleyball match will end today. You're watching the Pro Volleyball Federation right here on YouTube.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that.
official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at realprovb.com and provolleyballshop.com.
I love setting. Seriously, that's a roof.
Fans are so excited. She decided to join Atlanta Vibe.
10th year as a pro, signed in July, activated February 14th.
She got 25 kills in her opening match, coming out with the bang.
Back set and across court, side out on Lasariva. First touch, making an impact in her home debut. Double change of speed, right over the double block, Lasariva. Ana Lasariva's making some fans fast in her home debut.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helps get that right. Vegas looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Tower, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
I lost a nail. That's why I'm like dumb, because I say all the wrong things.
You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous.
This is real pro volleyball. Have you seen the product that's out there? Have you seen the athletes?
I don't even know if there's words we can explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm just so excited and grateful to be able to do this right now.
It's definitely really cool to be able to play professional volleyball. Really cool to be able to be a part of the first year of something. No one takes for granted the opportunity that is here and present for us. Kids and people in general are really excited about pro volleyball.
I think it's the first time that it's actually happening and that it's done very well. And your jersey, I hope, is there coach to say what's this? Okay, it's okay. And that it's so accessible to everyone.
I wish I had something like that. It's a really cool feeling to know that they have professional volleyball to come watch.
About making an environment where you're happy to do what you're supposed to do.
So that we build a journey and a path for future generations.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helps get that right. Vegas looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Tower, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like the inner choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
It's a St. Patrick's Day edition.
We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day for tonight. It is volleyball night.
Chassé gets a chance, and she doesn't miss.
Monador gets it. Morgan, a handful of job she's done, keeping the court clean. And a big block. Oh no! Point Atlanta. That block landed just out of bounds.
Bell and the Vegas Thrill come back to life.
Pro Volleyball Federation, where every action carries the weight of passion and pride. There's a select group that rises above the rest. 23 athletes of the Pro Volleyball Federation are past or current members of the USA Women's National Volleyball Team, each a testament to dedication, skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Pro Volleyball Federation, building champions and making dreams a reality.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. You're watching live from Columbus, Ohio, where the Fury host the league-leading Atlanta Vibe, and we are all tied at 1 set apiece. I'm Erica Robbins, along with Buckeye Hall of Famer Audrey Flaw, and this has been an intense match, Audrey, and we called it in the beginning with the two weapons we would see for the Vibe. Anna Lazareva has 10 kills so far for the game. She had 5 that last set.
Yeah, she has been spectacular. If you're the Columbus Fury, you know, you're not going to be able to completely contain her. She's just too good. but can you get some positive touches and don't allow her to get those clean shots? Can you frustrate her? That's part of the game plan, is just get some positive touches. She's going to get a few kills here and there. If you're the Columbus Fury, allow 1 or 2, but get positive touches, slow her down. Again, that's a tough task right there because she is such a great player. But will she end up getting some frustration errors if the Fury forces her to hit multiple shots?
And she looked a little frustrated in the middle of that second set, but in that second set, if you're just tuning in, it was intense because both teams had 2 opportunities at set point, and it was the Vibe that finished on their second try and finally won the set, but both teams had equal opportunity to finish it. And it looks like the Vibe will get a kill to start the first set.
Let's take a look at this because it looked, oh yeah, it looked out, and there you can see hitting just the very edge of that line.
Again, the Bolt 6 system tracks it with 22 cameras, and that is a service error for the Vibe. Number 15, Magda Yelasheva is long. Now we're tied at 1. Back to serve for the Vibe, Megan Courtney Lush.
Yeah, we talked about Lasareva for the Vibe, and for Reagan Cooper for the Fury. You know, the question is, will she be able to maintain a high level of play? We saw her be simply outstanding in sets 1 and 2. The question is, will she be able to not only play at that level, but raise it just slightly to get her team over the edge?
Yeah, and the Vibe going to their other weapon in the middle, number 3, Shelly Fanning with that kill, the 3-time All-American Baylor Bear. Here come the Fury. They handle Drexel's attack. Lasareva is blocked, but the block goes out of bounds. Point Vibe.
What I'm noticing from the Atlanta Vibe, and I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but sometimes these 5-and-5 sets are drawing, almost injury there, but the 5-and-5 sets are drawing the outside hitter in a little bit. So the out-of-system sets are not all the way to the pin. Could have been an error there, because typically you want to be able to push that ball to the pin when you're bump setting the ball.
Ward attacks for the Fury, but the Vibe answers. Here come the Fury again, this time with Reagan Cooper, and she lays it down.
Oh. Wow, that was a high set to Reagan Cooper. The Vibe block was there. Take a look. She just is able to find that little sliver, that seam between the block. Right now, the Vibe, what they need to do is close up that seam and force Reagan Cooper to hit high.
Caitlin Horde serves for the Fury. Overpass that the Fury makes the Vibe pay for.
Serve pass game, the game within the game. It's one in the trenches. Here you see how that tough serve to Edmond is completely controlled there by Drexel.
Horde still serving. She played her college days at Penn State and Nebraska. There's Lasareva, the big attacker for the Vibe. Fury answers with their big attacker, Sam Drexel, and it's a touch on the Vibe, so point Fury.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about, how for Lasareva, you just got to get touches, slow the ball down, and then set the opposite pin, and it was Drexel there with a smart shot going high and flat off the blocker's hands.
The middle, Caitlin Horde still serving, and we should mention, Audrey, we talked about the middle, who they would start in the middle for the Fury, and we saw Jenna Rosenthal start in set 1, and then it was Caitlin Horde that came in along with they paired them with Asia O'Neal, but they still have Raynell Jones on the bench we haven't seen yet today. They have a lot of middle firepower.
Yeah, and each one does something a little different than the other, so it's strategic in who Angel chooses to put on the floor in the middle.
Reagan Cooper is who Stringer chooses for the attack that time. Free ball for the Vibe to handle it. And they go to Asia O'Neal this time, who gets the kill, and the point for the Fury, who now lead.
Coach Angel Perez on his feet and clapping and cheering his team on. That is a great shot. Asia O'Neal had blockers in front of her and goes with her left shoulder to the net and hits that ball to the left back corner, avoiding the block for the Vibe.
Horde to serve again for the Fury. She'll stay on her feet, but it goes long. Point Vibe.
You know, some people would say, why are you serving Morgan Hentz? She's the best passer on the Vibe. It's not so much her ability to pass the ball, but what the setter can do when that ball is coming from the right back area of the court. Tends to be over your shoulder. You tend to underset the ball to that left pin.
Vibe down now, 4, serving 6. Strong, hard serve.
Wow.
By the Kentucky All-American, Leah Edmond.
Man, what a serve. I mean, that came at Megan Courtney Lush so fast. What a challenging serve that was from Edmond.
Another hard serve by Edmond, but the Fury handle it and attack with Reagan Cooper right down the line.
I feel with those serves that Coach Dejanay said, you've got to just go for it, rip it. I don't care. If you make errors, that's fine, but we're going to get some points. That time, the last point went here, right there. Cooper with that line shot, high line.
Fury up 7-5 in the third set. Fury block goes out of bounds. Marley Monserrat almost touched it, but she kept her hands off, and that'll be a point for the Vibe.
Yeah, you kind of see the Vibe just going hard, both with their serve and their swing. They're not taking anything off the ball right now. They're going after, aggressively going after the Fury.
Shelly Fanning to serve for the Vibe. Tough one for Megan Courtney Lush to handle. That'll be an ace for the Vibe.
Yeah, you don't see servers able to break Megan Courtney Lush very often. Here in this third set, 2 balls being served to her right. She hasn't been able to handle them.
And we're now tied at 7 in the third set. Asia O'Neal with the kill for the Fury.
Reagan Cooper handling that serve receive so well. Again, she did not serve receive a lot for her team in college, and there it was Asia O'Neal. Great rhythm. What a swing.
And that's the difference we're seeing. Coach Dejanay talked about it, where these professional players are playing more all around or more in the rotation that they didn't play in the college days.
Yeah, because they're limited with subs. And take a look at how the Vibe there is really pumping middle, trying to open things up for the outside. So a little different setting strategy here for the Vibe.
And the Vibes attack on the strong serve. They were pushing that back line. That's a service error. Again, you said they're trying. They're really going hard and strong, but that unfortunately was a service error for the Vibe. So the Fury now up by 1. Asia O'Neal serving. And here come the Vibe on the attack. Fury handle it. Stringer goes to Horde. She's blocked. Stringer will go back set this time to Drexel, also blocked. Megan Courtney Lush takes the second hit. Back set to Lazareva. Fury blocker. Here come the Vibe again. And this time it's a big block by Caitlin Horde to finish the point for the Fury.
Boy, when your block can get you points, you're feeling it. Caitlin Horde perfectly lined up there by Tori Stringer, making sure that that cross-court shot was not going to get past Horde.
Fury up 10-8. Asia O'Neal to serve. Here come the Vibe. It goes off the Vibe block this time and out of bounds.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you're going to get. You're going to get a positive block touch. That one went high. You've got to be able to try to run that ball down, control it, but not a huge effort there by Drexel. I think she was caught inside the court and got caught with that ball that went high off the blocker's hands.
Lecator member Mene did go nice and strong, as we talked about. Drexel tried to go off speed, but the Vibe handle it, and they go with their big attacker. Number 7, Anna Lazareva. Again, her attack is nice and strong, but it is wide. Point Fury.
Yeah, that ball was set inside, so the only shot she really had was cross court. She sailed it wide.
Stringer to serve for the Fury. Fury up 11-9 in the third set. Vibe go with Edmond. It goes off the block and lands on the Fury court.
How impressive is Edmond? Gets the pass, is on her knees, gets up, and has to transition outside to get a big swing. You see that that ball was set inside a little bit, so she audibles, doesn't want that ball set all the way to the pin, delivers a great kill for her team.
Drexel swinging for the Fury. Again with Drexel. That one is long, point Vibe. She tried to go around that block.
Yeah, and Drexel doesn't have a lot of different shots. She really relies on power. That time she tried to finesse and went a little bit too long on that attack.
All tied at 11 in the third set. Stringer goes to Courtney Lush, hits the head of Shelly Fanning and hits the Flora for the Vibe.
The advantage of having 3 attackers in the front row as a setter, you can go pin to pin. This time Lush taking that ball and just going high. Again, it's not how high you get on the block, it's how far over you get on the block. Often we say, pretend you're choking the hitter, you know, choking the neck of the hitter. So you want to reach over with those hands on blocking.
And quite the hit down the line by the Vibe. Number 13, Leah Edmond. We're now tied at 12. Back to serve for the Vibe, the setter, number 21, Marley Monserrat. She's another rookie in this league. Stringer goes to Reagan Cooper, who has been having an outstanding day, and it continues.
I mean, I'm so impressed. I've said it before, but the shot that Cooper is hitting right now is that cross-court shot. There's not a lot of outside hitters in the league that can do it at the elevation and the way that Cooper is doing it here this afternoon. It's been super impressive.
Off-speed hit, pancake by Stringer. Fury plays it, and the horn sounds from the Vibe coaches. They are calling a challenge. Stringer said it did not hit the floor. She pancaked it, and Fury continued to play, but they can challenge right in the middle of a set.
Right, and if they win the challenge, obviously that's good, but if they lose the challenge, it's not like they replay it, you know, because the rally essentially was not over. So they're eliminating the reason to have to go back and rewind the tape, if you will, to see the, you know, the infraction. In this case, if the ball hit the court, so you can call right in the middle of the rally. But if you're wrong, you lose the point right away.
Right, and you lose your challenge.
Right.
And the interesting thing too, Audrey, when I was watching Wednesday night, the YouTube match here in Columbus, when they did that, I was like, why would they do that in the middle of the match? There it is, no floor touch. So the point goes to the Fury, stays with the Fury.
I absolutely love that replay, not because, you know, of the great pancake, but the look in Tori Stringer's face of just not letting that ball hit the court. It was pure competitiveness, pure aggressiveness on defense, and that's what you want from your setter. She's setting the tone on defense for her team.
And when she did it, she told her team, no, it's good, keep playing, and they did. Off the Fury block and out of bounds. That'll be a Vibe point. It's now a 1-point ball game.
Basareva, an exceptional player here in the Pro Volleyball Federation League. Look at how she goes after the blocker's hands. Again, having a good night tonight, hitting that line shot.
Another tight one, the first 2 sets. Fury took the first one, 25-22, and then the Vibe took the second one in extra points, 29-27. And now in this third set, Fury's up 15-13. But we'll take a timeout so the coaches can discuss. Fury wins the race to 15, but we'll see how it finishes. Stay with us for more Pro Volleyball Federation Volleyball on YouTube.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
I lost the nail. That's why I'm like dumb, because I say all the wrong things.
You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous.
More Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube, live from Columbus, Ohio, the home of the Columbus Fury. We're at Nationwide Arena today, where the Fury hosts the league-leading Atlanta Vibe, and it is a tight one. We are split at 1 set apiece, and in this third set, the Fury lead it by 2, 15-13. I'm Erica Robbins along with Audrey Flaw, and it's so tight, Audrey. We just looked at the stats. Each team has exactly 40 kills for the match.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that very often, and I feel like the hitters are swinging really well, very aggressively. I kind of sense the Atlanta Vibe after set 2 came out of the locker room saying, we are going to serve really tough. And we're going to feed the beast, which is Lazareva, right there on the right pin.
And that is Lazareva's 4th kill of the set. She is a weapon that cannot be ignored. And we're now within 1. Vibe serving, 14-15. Back to serve. Another weapon for the Vibe, Allie Linehan. She's been injured and came back today. First time we've seen her in a bit. Asia O'Neal. The Vibe handle it with a free ball. And here come the Fury on the attack, again with O'Neal. O'Neal gets the kill.
Yeah, if you feed the Fury free balls, you're going to have to pay. And right there, they're in system. O'Neal is running her route behind. You've got the outside hitter. And you can see O'Neal takes anything. You know, she just says to Stringer, lay it up there and I'll go get it. And that's exactly what she did on that one. She wasn't able to swing for the win, but knows exactly where to tip. That's Asia O'Neal for the Fury.
And here come the Vibe. Leon diving. Megan Courtney Lush tipping, and again, it's the libero, Valeria Leon, that really sets things up for the Fury, Audrey.
Yeah, she sets a tone. She's like, nothing is going to drop in my area. And there you see the expertise and the experience of Megan Courtney Lush, knowing exactly where that right back defensive player is and just touches that ball over top of the block.
And an unfortunate service error for Reagan Cooper there. It hit the tape and rolled down the Fury's side of the net. Vibe regained the serve on 15-17. Lazareva serving. She goes to Cooper. Stringer goes to Courtney Lush. It's off the block. Point Fury.
The sign of an excellent outside hitter is what can you do when everybody knows that you're the one getting the ball. No doubt about it. She was going to get the swing. Megan Courtney Lush, so disciplined and so smart not to go low seam on that one, finds the block and she sees it. And people think it might be just lucky that you're hitting hands. No way. She knows where those hands are and goes after it.
Member Mene went real hard, but it went real long. Point Fury, 18-15.
Stringer going, no, no. She waved her finger. I didn't touch that ball. I love the gamemanship with Tori Dilfer Stringer.
But it looks like head coach Todd Dejanay is going to take a timeout and talk about it before it gets any further away from the Vibe. We're in the third set. Fury up 19-15. We'll take a short break and be right back from Nationwide Arena.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress, laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helps get that win in Vegas. Looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Sauer, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at realprovb.com and provolleyballshop.com.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation League replay here on YouTube. Asia O'Neal of the Columbus Fury serving. They're up 19-15 against the league leaders Atlanta Vibe. Another pancake, this time by Sam Drexel. Keeps it alive for the Fury. Big attacker coming for the Vibe. Lazareva, she is handled. And the joust couldn't get the timing there for Caitlin Horde.
Yeah, it was just a miss hit by Asia O'Neal. She was forced to play the second ball and needed to bump set that ball off the net, giving Megan Courtney Lush an opportunity to swing through. That time, just a miss hit by Asia O'Neal, and it resulted in an easy point for the Vibe.
Second-year pro member Menne goes back to serve for the Vibe. They're down 16-13 in the third set. Stringer goes to Megan Courtney Lush. Member Menne keeps it alive for the Vibe. They're attacking with Edmond. Member Menne tried the pancake, but the Vibe couldn't get that second hit.
When you have a block that just seals the net, it is so frustrating for the outside hitter, because then you're starting to look at different shots, maybe your secondary, third, maybe shot that you want. But it'll be interesting to see how Leah Edmond responds here. She is a champ and an experienced attacker. Let's see what she does with this ball.
She went off speed there. Stringer goes to Drexel. Vibe again go with Edmond. Cooper digs her up. And here comes Cooper out of the back row, but it's out of bounds. Point Vibe.
Oh, Cooper missing that opportunity again, not approaching as aggressively as we've seen her in those back row attacks. So a little off maybe the timing between her and the setter.
And it looks like we have a substitution in for the Vibe to serve. Number 8, Kamaili Hiapo. Hiapo out of BYU. Lush goes up and over that block. Point Fury.
Well handled pass by Valeria Leon. It was forcing her back. She handles it perfectly. And there you see Megan Courtney Lush takes her eye off the ball, sees where the left back defensive player is, and makes sure that she exploits them for being too deep.
Vibe attacking on the right side with Lazareva. Now it's the Fury on the right, but Drexel runs into that Vibe block.
As a hitter, you just don't want to go low seam. Here you can see, take a look at where that ball was in relation to the plane of the net, the top of the tape, it was low. Whenever you're out of system, you want to get your feet to the ball, go as high as you can, because that block is already set up and sealing the net.
Nice job, Audrey Flaw.
I got you. I got you.
Yay! Reagan Cooper's pass came to the TV table.
I should have said that.
I know.
I should have said that.
My partner, Audrey DiPeronio Flaw, a Buckeye Hall of Fame setter. She went with the one-handed fist to try to keep it alive, but it doesn't count for the Furies. So the point goes to the Vibe, and we are now at 21-19. Fury leads it in the third set. We'll take a short break and be right back from Nationwide Arena.
This is real pro volleyball. Have you seen the product that's out there? Have you seen the athletes?
I don't even know if there's words we can explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm just so excited and grateful to be able to do this right now.
It's definitely really cool to be able to play professional volleyball. Really cool to be able to be a part of the first year of something. No one takes for granted the opportunity that is here and present for us. Kids and people in general are really excited about pro volleyball. I think it's the first time that it's actually happening and that it's done very well. And your jersey, I hope, is there coach to say with this? Okay, it's okay. And that it's so accessible to everyone. I wish I had something like that. It's a really cool feeling to know that they have professional volleyball to come watch.
About making an environment where you're happy to do what you're supposed to do.
So that we build a journey and a path for future generations.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. You're watching from Columbus, Ohio, the home of the Columbus Fury. They are up in the third set, 21-19 against the league-leading Atlanta Vibe. Vibe serving, Fury attacking. Leah Edmond goes off speed for the Vibe. Fury set up their big weapon, Reagan Cooper. The Vibe try to keep it alive, but they don't have enough hits.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Columbus to pull away. And look who just stepped on the court, Asia O'Neal. Let's look to Stringer to be pumping her the ball, feeding her the ball. Right now, Sam Drexel is right front, so that slide for Asia O'Neal will not work. She has to run something in front if Stringer wants to set her.
O'Neal in, Caitlin Horde serving. Service error, though, gets the Vibe to 20.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give easy points to your opponent when it's this late in the set. So you want to serve aggressively, keep that ball in, force your opponent to run an offense.
Overpass by the Fury. Vibe makes them pay. Vibe now within one. Leah Edmond serving. Drexel on the right side. Monterey got her hand on it, but they couldn't get to the second hit.
Yeah, she was not going to let that ball drop without 100% effort, but it was the swing here by Drexel. Hard cross court. Again, she's just going for it. She just brings a lot of heat behind that ball.
Fury now at 23, and look who is in the match. Number 4, Michelle Barch-Hackley, just acquired by the Fury yesterday on the roster. She's been advising the team and helping the team since she is located here in Columbus. She's an assistant coach at Ohio State. She'll take the second hit and go to Reagan Cooper, who goes strong and gets the kill. We're now at set point.
Well, we must note that the setter is off the court. Tori Stringer is not in. Michelle Barch-Hackley is only there to block, but she's got sweet hands. She takes that second ball and sets a nice high ball to the outside. So coaching strategy right now, get a bigger block in and we will bump set, or in this case, let Michelle Barch-Hackley use her sweet paws and set the ball.
Yeah, Michelle, a 2020 U.S. Olympic gold medalist. She got the first U.S. gold for women's indoor volleyball. In that tournament, she was named the best outside hitter, but of course her hands are great, Audrey, because now she's a coach at Ohio State. She spends a lot of time feeding girls balls.
Of course.
Doing practice plays. She practices. I did the OSU spring game. She played with the Scarlet or Gray team. She's been very active, even though hasn't been playing professionally, but clearly she can.
Right, and let's say that the ball goes back on the Fury side of the net and they have to set a 5-and-5 or an out-of-system set. You've got Barch-Hackley on the right side and you've got Cooper on the left, so it makes that out-of-system set perhaps a little less predictable. You got Barch out there calling for the set. I want to see her swing for a win here.
You just feel the crowd and the energy. They are up on their feet because we are at set point. Fury lead it 24-21 in the third, and back to serve for the Fury, number 9, Samantha Drexel. And what a way to finish that third set for the Fury. Just how they ended their first home match here in Columbus, with Asia O'Neal slamming it down from the middle.
What a great serve by Drexel. Aggressive serve, gets the Vibe in trouble by passing that ball right on top of the net, and Asia O'Neal, thunderous attack to get the set. Wow.
Fury now take the advantage, 2-1. Again, it's a best-of-5 race, and the Fury's up 2-1. We'll take a short break and come back for set 4. You're watching Pro Volleyball only here on YouTube.
thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helped get that point. Vegas looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Sauer, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like the inner choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
It's a St. Patrick's Day edition.
We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day for tonight. It is volleyball night.
Chassé gets a chance, and she doesn't miss.
Namador gets it. Morgan, a hand sort of job she's done, keeping the court clean. And a big block. Oh no! Point Atlanta. That block landed just out of bounds.
Bell and the Vegas Thrill come back to life.
Pro Volleyball Federation, where every action carries the weight of passion and pride. There's a select group that rises above the rest. 23 athletes of the Pro Volleyball Federation are past or current members of the USA Women's National Volleyball Team, each a testament to dedication, skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Pro Volleyball Federation, building champions and making dreams a reality.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. Intense, riveting, exciting, amazing, all as promised. We are now headed into set 4. The Columbus Fury, the home team, leading it now 2-1. The Atlanta Vibe currently in first place in the league. 9-3 is their record. They've been on a 5-game win streak. So the Fury was very excited for them to come to town and hopefully snap that streak. We did see one change in the lineup for the Vibe in this 4th set. Number 17, Allie Linehan, who has been injured and just came off the IR on Friday. She is in for number 1, Lecator member Mene, so we'll see how that change affects the Vibe's offense.
Yeah, and she is a really good player. She was the Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week the first week out, so a really quality outside attacker.
And the Fury attack with Sam Drexel, but she runs into the block of the Vibe. That middle, number 3, Shelly Fanning.
Smart serve here, a short serve to Reagan Cooper, gets her out of the offense. That ball is forced to go to the right side attacker.
And there's the middle attack by the Furies, Caitlin Horde.
You know, I love keeping my eye on setters. It looks like Tori Stringer's just having a lot of fun. When her hitters connect, she is just pumping them up. Just a great vocal leader on the floor for the Fury.
And when we were going into the 3rd set, both teams were tied at 40 kills apiece. That 3rd set, the separation became more evident when the Fury had 48 kills to the Vibe's 44 for the match. But now the Vibe lead this 4th set. They're serving. Here come the Fury with Reagan Cooper. She nails it down and gets the point.
Well, the Atlanta Vibe has not found the answer to that cross-court shot from Reagan Cooper. And I'm telling you, I've watched Cooper play a lot, and she hasn't been able to execute that really sharp one. That cross-court shot was a little deeper. I've seen that one before. But she was on fire earlier on in the match with the cross-court sharp shot.
And Leah Edmond, the big weapon for the Vibe, flies out of the back row and gets the kill for Atlanta.
But when you need a side out, go to your big go-to. Leah Edmond there, getting it done for her team. Such a positive, experienced player, a champ for sure.
Stringer goes to Reagan Cooper again. She's blocked. Fury will try again. They'll go back set to Asia O'Neal. Big hitter for the Vibe. Lazareva is handled. And Cooper's second try for that one finishes the point for the Fury.
Valeria Leon deep on that line on the left back area of the court, takes a missile from Lazareva and digs it perfectly. Now what we're gonna see, what shot will Lazareva go to next if Valeria Leon is digging deep on that line?
Monserrat tries to go with the surprise, but the Fury handles it, still alive. And the ball gets stuck in the net. That's something you don't see every day, but nice tight net. Fury with the point, now lead in the fourth set, 4-3.
You can see that block by the Vibe, not adjusting to Drexel's cross-court attack. Well done by Samantha Drexel.
Reagan Cooper serving for the Fury. She'll stay on her feet. She finds that back line and gets the ace.
Best serving team has the upper hand. Both teams really being aggressive from the service line right now. Cooper going deep with that one.
And that was something Coach Perez really wanted to do. He said they really needed to serve well. And again, Reagan Cooper likes that spot right back there near the middle back, very close to that back line, inches.
Again, Valeria Leon with a great dig down the line. Now we'll see, is she gonna creep up expecting a tip from Lazareva? We'll see what happens here. I'm sure Lazareva's gonna get her share of attacks.
It looks like the Vibe find that right line with the attacker, Allie Linehan. She goes back to serve for the Vibe. Again, these teams have not played each other the entire season. So what we're seeing in this Pro Volleyball Federation, teams are playing each other multiple times, getting to know each other, getting a feel for each other. But this is a first.
Yeah, and so, you know, they've got a lot of film. They know how to scout the opponent. In that last play, Valeria Leon just taking up a lot of space on serve receive, getting in front of Cooper to pass the ball. She's got a ton of confidence in her ability to pass serve.
Fury up 7-4. Here come the Vibe on the attack. Big block by the Fury, but it went out of bounds off the block.
Yeah, you don't want any space between your hands and the net when you're up blocking. That's why you've got to reach over the plane of the net.
Stringer goes to Cooper in the back row. She finishes it and gets the kill.
Cooper does it all. Passes, swings aggressively. Reagan Cooper has been a star for the Columbus Fury. Look at how she moves that ball around in the backcourt. That time, her target was the right back area, right between seams 6 and 1.
We have another Pro Volleyball Federation match today at 4 p.m. San Diego's at Vegas. And again, we should mention that these two teams are going to face each other in their next match when Columbus travels to Atlanta for a 7 p.m. game on Wednesday, March 27th at Gas South Arena.
I like that set. Great set there to set a quick ball behind.
Vibe serving down 6-8 in the fourth set.
Mistime, mishit. It happens.
Right. It's a very fine line there. Audrey, DiPeronio Flaw, as we mentioned, a setter at Ohio State, but the setter-hitter connection takes a lot of fine-tuning, a lot of practice, and again, these players haven't been together very long to know each other, and Tori Stringer, the setter for the Fury, just inserted into the lineup last week on Wednesday.
Right. And Edmund there doing what she does best. Look at that shot. That's so hard to defend. The perimeter shot, she does it like a pro.
We're now tied at 8s. In volleyball, it's kind of a race to 15. Usually the statistics are there for the team that gets to 15 first, ends up taking the set. We'll see. Great defense by Leon. Back row attack by the Vibe, and again, we don't know much about her because she's been injured. Allie Linehan from the back row for the Vibe.
Lasareva sends over a tip, and then you see how it's always nice to have firepower in the back row. Linehan, big swing.
Vibe up now, 9-8. Stringer goes to Drexel, she runs into the block, and Leon can't get to that one. Vibe now take a 2-point advantage in the 4th set.
This is a tough rotation. Rotation 1, when the setter for the Fury is right back. You've got your right side hitter, Drexel, opposite of her in the left front area of the court. Again, little different type of swing for Drexel. We'll see how she handles this.
Stringer goes to Horde. She throws it over. Stringer has to take the first hit, so Leon will set it. Looks like we have a challenge call in the middle of the set.
Coach Angel Perez is, I believe, saying that the ball was hit outside the antenna or hit the antenna. He called for the challenge right away in the middle of the rally.
And we started talking about it earlier in the last challenge that happens in the middle of the rally. But when I was watching, I was like, why do they do it in the middle? They might win the point anyway. But it's interesting what's different in pro volleyball versus when you watch the college game and they do a challenge after the point is over. They only are allowed to go back 7 seconds to keep the game flowing.
Yeah, and we've seen it if you watched NCAA volleyball. Sometimes the referees are going back, the officials are going back and replaying and trying to find the exact moment that's being challenged. That's not the case here. They're calling it right away. The infraction is being evaluated within seconds of it happening. So, and like I said, typically coaches are not going to challenge in the middle of the rally unless they're sure. So Angel Perez must have seen something, that ball hitting the antenna or going outside the antenna.
And as mentioned, the review is not happening here like it does if you're at an NCAA volleyball match where the officials go over to the sideline and look at a replay system that's on the sideline by the scorer's table. All this review is being done states away in Texas by Professional Volleyball Federation officials there. And again, they're watching numerous matches. We have a match here today in Columbus at 2 o'clock, but there's another match in San Diego. San Diego is at the Vegas Thrill later today at 4 p.m. And you can find all your Pro Volleyball Federation right here on YouTube and watch your favorite teams, which I just think is awesome.
This challenge is taking a little longer than what we typically see.
And some fans are just like, yes, it is too long. But hey, you put a camera on me, I'm alive now. Yeah. Here I am. Yes, we're waiting for the verdict. The score in this 3rd set, Vibe lead it 11-8 right now. That play was interrupted, so no point was put on the scoreboard.
Now we have the down official over talking to the up official. This is highly unusual. Usually this league prides itself very quick challenges and the verdict happens within seconds. So there must be some confusion. Angel Perez, I believe, is going to lose this challenge.
Yeah, the up official signaled for the point to go to the Vibe, but Angel Perez still debating with the down official. And if you're just joining us, the Fury leads it 2-1. The Fury took the first set 25-22. Vibe won the second set 29-27, so extra points. And then the Fury took the third set 25-21. So it has been neck and neck this entire match. We'll see what that pause does for both teams. But the Fury, they come back fighting with Caitlin Horde from the middle.
Stringer's ability to set Horde when she is not in the pocket is exceptional. Take a look at how she jump sets off 1 foot. She's at the 10-foot line, squares her body up to Horde, delivers a beautiful set.
Fury now within 2. Here come the Vibe on the offensive attack, and they go with their big gun, number 7, Anna Lazareva.
Lazareva hitting that cross-court shot. That one landed about 12 feet. And Tori Stringer was there, just couldn't get that dig outside of her body.
Edmond serving for the Vibe. She tries to find the hole. Again, it's Horde on the attack for the Fury. Linehan for the Vibe. Tight one for Reagan Cooper. She goes left-handed off speed and gets it done.
Great bump set by Valeria Leone, and then great vision by Reagan Cooper. Taking a look at where that defensive player is, you see that she's all the way back in that right back area of the court. And that was Marley Monserrat hustling, but unable to get that tip.
Overpass. Almost an overpass. But we had a nice little one-handed set there.
A nice job to keep that ball alive, taking a bad pass, making a good set, giving your hitter an opportunity to swing, and then a perfectly placed tip in that deep right back area of the court.
Vibe lead at 13-10. Tough one for Megan Courtney Lush. That'll be an ace for the Vibe.
Yeah, you don't see Courtney Lush being aced very often. That time that ball is going high shoulder, really difficult to pass those balls, so we'll see if the Vibe go after her again.
Biggest lead in the set for the Vibe at 14-10. Fury go with Cooper. And bad timing, broken play for the Vibe.
Yeah, not much your hitter can do when that ball is set lower than the plane of the net. So just a missed contact by Marley Monserrat. She's been spectacular, but you can see no way that that ball is going to clear the plane of the net.
Sam Drexel to serve for the Fury. Down 11-14. Lazareva off the block and off Leone, out of bounds. Point Vibe.
Vibe seem to be handling that serve receive very well. They're staying in system. They're the first to 15 here in the 4th set.
And for that reason, Coach Angel Perez takes a timeout for his Fury. 4 points is the largest deficit he's had in this 4th set. So he will take a timeout, try to get the Fury to regroup. We'll take a timeout too, so stick with us and continue to watch Pro Volleyball Federation right here on YouTube.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Thrill because one of their best players is also one of the best players in the world. We get a chance to see Alicia Glass-Childress, laser that goes over. Alicia Glass-Childress helped get that one. Vegas looking for their first set of the day. They've got it for Grand Rapids. Glass-Childress with a sneak attack. Sauer, Glass-Childress, Bell. And the Vegas Thrill come back to life, winning each of the last 3 sets.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Welcome back to Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube. I'm Erica Robbins, along with Buckeye Hall of Famer and All-American Audrey Flaw. We are courtside as the Columbus Fury host the league-leading Atlanta Vibe, and the Fury lead it 2-1, but they are down in this 4th set, 11-15. Vibe serving, but Asia O'Neal, the #1 pick in the draft, gets the kill and the point for the Fury.
Great job by Tori Stringer again to force that slide attack. She's moving forward, setting back Asia O'Neal. Great rhythm, great swing for the point.
Vibe tried to send it over on the second hit as a surprise. Lush on the attack for the Fury. Vibe handles it. Fury will go again, this time to Asia O'Neal off the block. Back set to Lazareva, and it goes off the block and out of bounds. Point Vibe.
Lazareva, great outlet there. Great tempo on that out-of-system play, and she is just like the cleanup crew. Anytime you need a point and a big swing, the vibe just goes to her. She's delivering. What a treat it is to watch the 10-year pro for the vibe.
Stringer goes to Drexel. A miss hit that almost got it done for the Fury, but they'll try again, this time with Asia O'Neal, and it's off the block and out of bounds.
Cooper with a great dig in middle back, a tough ball to get, and she delivers that dig right to Stringer. Stringer going with that slide attack. Nice job by Asia O'Neal to go off the forearms of Edmond.
Asia O'Neal to serve for the Fury, down 13-16 in the fourth. Asia O'Neal setting, Megan Courtney Lush, she'll go off speed. The block handles it for the Fury, for the Vibe rather. Now it's the Fury attacking. Another little off-speed hit, this time by Caitlin Horde, and that gets the point for the Fury.
Caitlin Horde takes the ball in that slide approach, and here she goes. She takes it off the blocker's hands, does something positive with the ball that is a little bit outside her shoulder, so forces the Vibe to make a play. They're not able to do so. So nice easy point there for the Fury. Works in their favor.
And the Fury's thankful. The largest point spread has been 4. The Fury have cut it to 2, 14-16. Asia O'Neal serving. They go to Edmond. Edmond finds a hole in the Fury defense.
Edmond showing why she's a 2-time SEC Player of the Year, all-time kill leader at Kentucky. And wow, she has an arm, and her ability to pass and go outside and demand the set and then deliver for her team is exceptional.
The Vibe go again with the service substitution, number 8, Kamaile Hiapo. Stringer goes to Megan Courtney Lush. She's blocked. Stringer on the second hit finds that back corner hole. That's something a setter likes to do, just get up there and swing since they're allowed to jump.
But it's a smart swing, right? She's got a little bit taken off of that thunderous hit, and she goes for placement. She knows exactly where the defense is and where they're not, and she puts it in that corner, right, left back area of the court. What a pro.
Stringer serving, hits the tape, goes over. Linehan came from the back row, but it was wide. Point Fury.
Let's take a look at it again. Back row attack. Boy, she went for it just wide.
And Fury now within 1, 16-17 in the fourth set. Stringer serving. Back set to Lazareva. Lazareva runs into that double block of the Fury.
Well, what does this do? Look at that. What does it do? Gets the fans here nationwide pumped up. And look who's pumped up there. Megan Courtney Lush, just wide, taking up space with her hands, not
her
narrow.
Arm span is amazing. And there's an ace for Tori Stringer. We're now tied at 7. Correction, we're now up 1, ladies and gentlemen, 18-17, which is why the Atlanta Vibe takes a timeout.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
It's a St. Patrick's Day edition.
Here we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day for tonight. It is volleyball night.
Chassé gets a chance, and she doesn't miss.
Namador gets it. Morgan, a hand sort of job she's done, keeping the court clean. And a big block. Oh no! Point Atlanta. That block landed just out of bounds.
Bell and the Vegas Thrill come back to life.
We are back at Nationwide Arena for Pro Volleyball Federation right here on YouTube. The teams are back on the court. If you're just joining us, the Fury has moved into the lead in the fourth set, 18-17. They were down by 4. Tori Stringer had an ace on her last serve, which prompted that timeout. Vibe attacking.
Oh.
Coach Angel Perez took a bit of a hit there by Stringer.
Well, here's what I'm seeing from the offense of the Atlanta Vibe. They are not setting all the way to the pin. They're setting inside in zone 3, just inside, which opens up a lot of line shot for that outside attacker. Edmond just forces that ball down the line.
And the Fury go with their middle. Caitlin Horde to finish it and make it 19-18 Fury.
Well, just when you don't expect the ball to go to Horde, Stringer forces the ball to Horde. She delivers. Great connection on that one.
Vibe attacking, it is off the block. And again, Stringer is hugging that line, but she's just a little bit short.
Yeah. I mean, that ball's coming at her so quickly, and there's a lot of room between the outside blocker's hand and that area in that right back area of the court.
Tight for Stringer. Cooper swinging, runs into the block. Point Vibe. We're now tied at 19s. Correction, Vibe lead it now, 2019. Scoreboard not moving fast enough for my brain. And now we're tied. Thank you, Reagan Cooper from the left side, swinging hard for the Fury.
Well, here is what Cooper brings to this Fury team. A great shot right in between the two blockers. She loves those sets, loves the opportunity to deliver a big kill for her team.
That was Reagan Cooper's 6th kill of the set. And back in for the Fury, the serving specialist, Ortiz. Attacked by the Vibe is wide. Fury players are saying they did not touch that ball. Fury now up 21-20. Ortiz will serve again. Vibe attacking with Lazareva. Stringer got her hands on it, but it wasn't up enough to get that second hit. We're now tied at 21.
Race to 4 points here unless it goes to extra points, but look at that thunderous attack. Right back area of the court. Stringer not able to handle that. That was going for her head.
Stringer goes to Cooper. Now it's Drexel on the right side. Vibe run into the block. They'll try again. From the back row, Edmond goes off speed and finds the hole on the Fury floor.
Ball was a little underset. The only attack that she had, you can see she drops her elbow. At that point, you have to release from that deep defensive position. Try to get some steps under your hips. Run to try to get that tip. That's a tough ball to get.
Stringer sets Asia O'Neal on the slide to get the kill and the point and tie it up again at 22.
A statement hit by Asia O'Neal. I love her competitiveness. Take a look at how she elevates, swings big for her team. Big time swing, big time point by Asia O'Neal.
Sam Drexel back to serve for the Fury. Vibe set Linehan. Stringer will set Cooper. She goes hard. Off-speed hit by Lazareva and big dig by Leon. Here come Lazareva again. They dig her. Cooper. Leon handling that hard hit from the Vibe. What a rally, Audrey.
Yeah, I mean, great defensive gets. Valeria Leon, my goodness, she is on fire. But it's that set Out of system set, the bump set that goes too tight to the net, not giving Reagan Cooper the opportunity to even swing at that ball. So unfortunate mishandled play by the Columbus Fury.
And it looks like the Columbus Fury coach, Angel Perez, will call a timeout. Vibe lead just by one, 23-22 in the fourth set. We'll take a short break and be right back from Nationwide Arena.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
I lost a nail. That's why I'm dumb, because I say all the wrong things.
You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous.
Back to the action in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Columbus Fury hosting the Atlanta Vibe. Vibe leading 23-22. But All-Star Asia O'Neal for the Fury ties it up at 23-all in the fourth set.
Wow, Asia O'Neal, money shot right there. Oh, the Fury is feeling it tonight.
And into the match for the first time to serve, Janasia Moore. She's a Buckeye and also a Buckeye. Michelle Barch-Hackley, a Buckeye assistant coach just acquired by the Fury yesterday, comes in to play the front row. Vibe attacking. Lazareva. What a block. Hard to get through those long arms of Megan Courtney Lush. Standing by Asia O'Neal. And now it's the Vibe who take the timeout, Audrey.
Courtney Lush, very narrow shoulders, but gets her hands wide to seal the net and takes up so much space right now. She is feeling it. She loves this challenge to try to block the #1 player, Lazareva, for the Atlanta Vibe. My goodness, Courtney Lush. That's a key block. She's had a couple of those where, you know, she's taken one shot away and then she goes wide with her hand. So essentially she's got line, she's got cross court, but the strength to not get blown away when somebody with such power like Lazareva has on the swing. Boy, that is just raw talent there by Courtney Lush. She is showing why she is a national team star, Penn State All-American national team.
And she's a great story. She's the team captain. She lives here in Columbus. She just had a baby. Baby Nora is 10 months old and just took her first steps this week. And Megan Courtney Lush got herself back into shape and said, yeah, I'll play volleyball professionally because you're right here in my hometown. I don't have to leave my family. And again, against Grand Rapids on Wednesday, she put this team on her back, and that was just a big, big point for the Fury right there. They lead it 24-23. This is match point, people, match point.
Michelle Barch-Hackley right side right now for the Fury. There is not a setter on the floor.
Janasia Moore in for the first time this match to serve. And there it is! Megan Courtney Lush for the win for the Fury. 25-23. They take set 4 and win the match 3-1. They beat the #1 team in the league, the Atlanta Vibe. They were on a win streak of 5 in a row. And this is the first time they saw them all season, and boy, did they just do it right, Audrey.
Megan Courtney Lush, wow, great lateral step, and then lines up perfectly. And look at how far over she gets. 2 critical points off the shoulders of Courtney Lush on that great block on that left pin.
Well, that'll change things. As we said, this league has a lot of parity. Columbus moves to 5-5 on the season. The Vibe will go to 9-4. And again, the big news, the 2 players we just acquired in Columbus yesterday. We saw Michelle Barch-Hackley today. Nicoletta Perovic was on the sidelines dressed. She just got in at midnight, but that's going to change things when they go to Atlanta this Wednesday.
Right, and if you look at that last play, Michelle Barch-Hackley was on that other pin, blocking on the right side. The Vibe chose to go the opposite way because they're trying to avoid that big block by Michelle Barch-Hackley, but it ended up playing in the Fury's favor because they set the ball into the best blocker, Megan Courtney. What a win. Wow, take a look at these replays, highlights that we're seeing, aggressive serves. Atlanta, very competitive team, the hot team in the Pro Volleyball Federation, but boy, this Columbus Fury team came out to play tonight and they were not intimidated. They had a great lineup, a great game plan, and Megan Courtney Lush again was on fire from the get-go right into the last block.
And now the Fury have to go to Atlanta's home court, Gas South Arena, which is in Duluth, Georgia, and yeah, they will have answers. They will adjust. They don't have much time. Today is Sunday, but they don't need much time because they are pro athletes. They'll commute back, they'll get some rest, but they'll get after it on Monday and fix or try to answer what the Fury did today.
Right, and as you look at these replays, there was a lot of action from the Fury middle attackers. They did great blocking strategies where they were trying to take away the cross-court shot. Again, it was a very competitive match from the start to the very end. So, yeah, you've got to come ready to play every night, as you said, Erica, because there is no gimmies in this league.
Oh, no. No, no, no. And again, we didn't even see the other fantastic middle for the Fury. Number 1, Raynell Jones. She does different things, but she's a weapon. And Atlanta hasn't seen her yet, so I could see Coach Perez trying something. I'm not a volleyball coach, but hey,
why not?
There's something unseen there, just like the Perovic is unseen.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know.
Right.
They just know her name.
Yeah, when you have depth, it does play to your advantage. When you have healthy people on the bench that can contribute and do positive things, like you said, Erica, it's hard to scout that team. So it's going to be a challenge for the Atlanta Vibe to scout the Fury with so many positive additions to their lineup.
All right, well, we will be excited to watch that one here on YouTube. Columbus at Atlanta, Wednesday, March 27th, 7 p.m. game time. You can see another Pro Volleyball Federation match today. San Diego is at Vegas. That's at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But we are glad you were here on Eastern time with us to see this one in Columbus. Robbins, along with Audrey Flaw, we thank you so much for being here again. The Columbus Fury win it in 3-1. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and enjoy the day.